for agreeing to interview with me today.
My pleasure.
First off, do you just want my name is Rachel Donovan, and I am interviewing Wanda Donovan, my mother, who is accompanied by Charlie and Daisy Jane. So I have a list of several questions that I will ask today, so please feel free to just answer as honestly and completely as possible. If you have any questions, clarification questions, please feel free to ask.
Will do.
My first question is, it's a very broad general question. How would you describe yourself?
I am female, 56. I've worked for Collins Oliver for 30 years. I've been, 32 years. I've been married for 30 years. I have 2 children, live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Manager, owner of a small industrial warehouse supply company.
Thank you. Thank you. Could you describe a time you're able to manage multiple projects and assignments simultaneously?
All the time at work. Since I'm the general manager, I help with accounting projects, inventory projects, purchasing projects. So it's just continuous.
Thank you. Please don't mind as I take some notes, brief notes. Can you provide an example of when you're able to use your research skills to complete an assignment or project?
Okay. Sometimes we get a list of material to purchase, and when I'm familiar with a particular item, I'll research it, see what it is, see what it's used for, see if it's something that our customers would be willing to purchase.
Do you run into these often?
No, it's twice a month.
Now we're moving on to questions regarding communication skills. How would you rate your verbal and written communication skills today? And can you please support your rating with an example of a time you used these skills?
My communication skills, fair. Definitely could use improving. I use communication all the time, working, managing 8 employees, emailing customers and vendors constantly throughout the day. I'm trying to be more concise and without being unnecessarily repetitive, but actually trying to make sure that we're very clear. And for me, that's very hard. So it's a work in progress.
Always good to have something to work towards. Thank you. Can you please provide an example of a time you had to manage a team in order to accomplish a goal?
Just a few weeks ago, we were moving the shipping department from their old area to the new remodeled area, and had to coordinate moving, boxing stuff up, moving it over to the new location, relabeling everything. So that's it. And then there's the upcoming move of the receiving area.
Thank you. Can you provide an example of a time you worked in a team and had to deal with an uncooperative team member?
Yes. There was one particular instance comes to mind. About 5 years ago, we had a very special project we wanted to do, and one team member was dragging his feet. He just did not want to do the project at all. It was really difficult, without trying to lose patience, just to keep reminding that team member of our goal and how happy we would be once the goal was accomplished. Can't say the team member truly got on board until the team member saw the results and they wanted to claim some of the glory. I was really happy.
Can you please describe a time in which you had to complete an unfamiliar task in a new or different way, and how did you learn and apply this new method? Specifically, what I'm looking for is how did you go about learning this new methodology?
That's a good question.
So it could be like learning a new software, a new
Well, I was
system.
going to say, actually, next week I have agreed to change our accounting stuff, which right now Gabby's keeping it on Excel, to change it to QuickBooks. So we have agreed to learn QuickBooks and to apply that. So and it's not to benefit us as much as to make it easier for our accountants because right now they're having to re-enter all of our information, and it's prone to error. So that we're willing to do that to limit the error. So ultimately it does benefit us. That is the most recent example, which is next week.
Thank you. So what have you done to prepare for it, and how have you researched the new system? Have you looked at different ways in which you could use your previous knowledge and build off of that to learn a new skill?
I checked with our current computer IT guy to see how QuickBooks Online works, if it's applicable with our security system, because it's very much into our security system. Wasn't sure he would actually approve it. He said it was fine. I did, and then Gab and I just did a little bit of online about QuickBooks and what some feedback is, because the accountant, the owner of the accounting firm, met with us, and he's the one who's going to come out and teach us. And he said it's the most widely used software, accounting software out there. So we'll give it a try.
Would you please describe a time you failed and how you overcame it?
Okay, and I'm pausing because I'm trying to figure out the most recent, the most, the clearest example. An example when I just absolutely failed. Let's see here. That's a good question. I'm trying to think of one that's a good example of overcoming.
It could be like trying a new exercise, such as dancing and not liking it.
Oh, well, yeah, that's to do with the lack of rhythm. I was thinking of something more work related, but
or work related, just in any aspect or facet of your life.
I guess that's a good question, Rachel. And I'm just trying to go through. It's not that I haven't found a bunch. It is that I'm just trying to find the example that would work out well to explain it. Good. And this is Wheezy Louise, which is Charlie's sister. All right. I guess I'll go up with the dance thing. We were trying to get into exercise a few years ago. We wanted to do some dance classes. Failed spectacularly. Injured a few people in the class, but not severely. But then moved on and tried overcame it by doing other types of exercise. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Would you please describe your working style and off of that, your ideal working environment?
Okay. As the general manager, I feel it's my job and duty to just have an open door policy, and so I'm distracted throughout the day. I get the most work done between 5 and 8 in the evening when everybody's gone, and I can actually just concentrate without having to listen for the phones, this problem or that problem, putting out fires. I'm a very hands-on manager, so it's the way it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What made you decide on your career path?
Because when I got out of college, moved to Houston, interviewed for several things. One I took was selling copy machines. Was not good at selling copy machines. Then I moved into customer service. I was really good at that. I like that. Then family business opened up. Didn't know anything about it. Discussed with my father the opportunity. He said he thought it'd be a really good opportunity to do. I begrudgingly moved from Houston back to Baton Rouge because I didn't really want to, but I knew that being a customer service person in a copy machine company wasn't something I wanted to do for long term either, even though I did enjoy it. I really did. And so that's how I came to work for Collins Oliver, and that was in '87, 31 years ago. I really enjoyed being on the road and buying things, going to auctions. It was, I enjoyed the independence of it.
Did you notice if you were able to, some of those aspects in your customer service job that you enjoy were able to also appear when you were on the road doing different auctions and whatnot? I was wondering if there was any crossover, if you found a new set of skills or a new set of opportunities that you also enjoyed.
No, interacting with people were about the same. Because as a customer service liaison with the copy manufacturer, copy machine sales company, I did a lot of the training, but then also went back when there were problems. So it was a lot of dealing with people who weren't totally happy, but not like terribly unhappy, but just, they had issues. And so that was a lot of the things with auctions, because auctions are very chaotic.
I'm glad to see that work. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview with me, and I really appreciate your answers.
Well, thank you for allowing Charlie and Daisy Jane and Louise to join us.